So this video is basically going to be the solution or one of many different solutions to your second assignment, to the calculator assignment. And what we're going to do is we're going to build the calculator, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it. There's an infinite possibility of ways that you could have approached this, but this is just one of the ways. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to cover some topics that will include things like adding integers, doing conversions, dealing with optionals, very like loosely. We'll deal with optionals because you have to in order to properly do this. So yeah, I'm just going to kind of freeform this and just build it from scratch. So I'm going to start by making a new Xcode project, a single view app, and I'm going to call it calculator solution. Don't need any of this stuff. I'll hit next. I'm going to put it into that same GitHub folder. We already have a Git repository, so I just need to hit create. And it's built. So let me switch this over to, let's do this in, I'm just going to do this in a regular 8. Be a little bit faster for me. And let's go over to the main.storyboard. And make sure I switch this over to iPhone 8 as well. All right, great. So I'm going to start with a couple of inputs and outputs from a kind of sketch idea that I have. So I'm thinking we're going to have a text field here, another text field here. Then we'll have a series of buttons that are operators, so like plus, minus, etc. We'll have a label that says equals, and then we'll have a label that prints the solution down here. Pretty simple. This is basically like the simplest way I could design it. So I'm going to do text fields. I'll go ahead and pull that in. Let's pull in another one. I'm usually pretty cautious about typing in, or not typing, duplicating objects, because I feel like sometimes it messes with connections and doesn't instantiate them correctly. All right, so now let's put in a button. This is definitely not the most user-friendly way to do it, but whatever. And let's just make this button say plus. I'm going to give these a little more space. So let's come down here. And let's add another button. And this one will be minus. I'm going to give them plenty of space. Now we're definitely not following the guidelines presented by Apple's human interface guidelines, but for this purpose it doesn't really matter. Let's add our third button, and this one will be multiply. And we'll add a fourth button, and this one will be divide. All right, now again, there's much better ways to present these. I would probably use not a series of 4 buttons, but that's just what we're going to go with for now. All right, so now let's insert a label. And this label is just going to say equals. Actually, I kind of like the idea of like a bar. So let's just take this label, extend it across. Again, we're not doing this the perfect way, but we're doing it one way. So it kind of looks like a notebook almost. So they'll tap here to type in the first or the second number. Let's actually scooch this over just a little bit. And same with this number. I guess these are usually presented on this side, aren't they? On the right. It doesn't really matter though. All right, let's get another label. And this one will sit right here. And we'll just say solution or something like that for now, some placeholder text. All right, that's a pretty solid setup. By the way, if you ever need to like quote save, you can't really save in Xcode. It's basically always saving. But a good way to force a save is to just do a quick build, which is Command B. So if you just hit Command B and it compiles properly, then you're good. All right, so we have our different icons, and let's open up our assistant editor up here.